Hello everybody, welcome. Today is the 28th of September and it's a rather dull day out there, no sunshine. So, I guess we got winter on the way. This is a very quick clip, or at least I'll try and make it a quick clip. Talking about clay, maybe sometimes you get your clay, like I do, in a box like this, or at least I get some of it like this, and you'll get your clay and you're just about to get it out of the bag and you suddenly think to yourself, oh my goodness, this clay is rather hard. Just a bit hard. So what are you going to do with that clay that you find is too hard? You can't barely knead it. Like this clay here, I'd be struggling to wedge it. Okay, so I'll show you what we can do to, because basically you're going to do two things with this clay. Either you're going to leave the clay as it is and forget it. One day you will perhaps recycle it, but to do that you're going to have to dry it all up completely, dry it right through, break it up and then re-add it to water in order to recycle it, and so on and so forth. That's one option. The other option is, if it's like this, where it's really too hard to wedge or knead or throw with, and yet you don't really want to leave it to dry out because that's going to take ages. So this is what I do. I'll show you. So for a long time I thought that the plastic that this clay was wrapped up in was completely airtight and trapped all the moisture inside. So I was quite often a little bit perplexed as to why, if it was completely wrapped up, that in fact it did manage to dry out. Well, the truth of the matter is, because I've discovered that there are different grades of plastic and they are not 100% airtight. And this is not 100% airtight either. That's why the clay dries in the packet. Okay, so what we want to do is, so open your bag like that, approximately halfway down. What we're going to do is take your cut-off wire, one of the longer ones, you know, not the one you use on your wheel. Okay, so we cut that in two. You want to put them, you see. Now you can see that this clay is still workable, but it'd be very, very difficult for me to try to wedge this. Okay, so take your fist and just So you see what I'm doing? I'm thumping it down, but I'm leaving a raised edge all the way around, you see? See how I'm doing? I'm hitting it, but going like this at the same time. Okay, there you have the clay prepared like that, okay? Then what you want to do, you want to get yourself a chopstick like this, okay? What we're going to do is, we're going to use the chopstick to put lots and lots of holes, you see, like this in the clay. So I've kind of measured here, you see, a piece, because I don't want to stick this right the way through the bottom of the clay, out through the bottom. So we're looking something like that. Sometimes you'll find that when you cut through it, the middle of the lump, right in the middle, is actually softer than the outside portion, which is maybe for an inch or so thickness into the clay. It's considerably harder than it is right in the center. I guess you would expect that perhaps, but so we're punching lots and lots of holes. Alright. Now I know somebody's going to ask me a question. Now Simon, how many holes did you put in there? The answer to that question is I do not know because I'm not counting. Doesn't matter, just a lot of holes. The more the merrier. Okay? Yeah, so I've done that. I'm going to get some water now in a jug. Are we still in the picture over there? Yeah. Okay, so I've got a water jug here. I'm going to pour the water. Cover all the holes, you see. Give it a good bath, fill up all those holes. Okay. La la la, la 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 la. You see, I've got these all here like this. Okay, now just make sure, run your finger over the holes a bit like I'm doing. Make sure that all the holes have got water in them, you see. Alright. And then what we're going to do is get a sponge, you see. Alright, I'm just going to get this sponge and just going to put it here to take away the excess water. Okay. So now what we do is we put it in a bag, you see, this is the reason. So now we lift the bag up like this, and you can use a big supermarket bag for this, you see. Try and squeeze the air out. Put something on it, heavy, maybe. Another piece of clay here, put that on top. So that's it. So what you want to do now with this clay is leave it probably, you know, as long as you can leave it. You know, if you can only leave it a day and then you need the clay, well, leave it a day. But if you don't need it, leave it 2 days, 3 days. It won't hurt. It'll only soften up all the more. Okay, folks, that's just a quick tip there, how to bring back clay that's too hard to use into a workable state, into a workable condition. I hope that's been of help for you. Sometimes little tips like this are useful to know, and this is how I do it, because quite often I do get clay that is, as you see here on the bench, I've got more out the back that's probably too hard to use. So yeah, please go to my website, LeachPottery.com. We have a workshop here on October 24th and 25th, and we have another workshop which will be the last one, November 7th and 8th. So if you're free and you want to come and do some practicing, then get in touch. And you know, we're just a small group, not a lot of us. I can't take more than 5 people, but you know, you have your own wheel and your own clay, and we can work together and all of us try and improve. You know, that's the secret, and we do it through keeping on practicing. I'll see you. Bye bye. Yep, that's it. Keep on practicing.